This originally was going to be a plus size panel. So I want to ask the plus size women here, would you date a plus size man? Starting with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe I should. I don't know if you.
I would.
You date
I
women.
mean,
You date...
I do have a limit, just not out of like not finding people of certain sizes attractive, but just frankly logistically, like because I'm not just fat. I'm like fat, and I'm very aware of that. And I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like it's. Sometimes more like the aspects of dating make it more difficult.
You're saying like if the other person was too heavy, there would actually be logistical problems.
Yeah, I mean,
are we talking like
sexually? Yes.
Sexual intercourse.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm just gonna keep it 100. You know
keep
what I
mean?
Like
we appreciate that. We appreciate
that. That's exactly what it is. So it's not. So it's like, I mean, like dad bods are awesome.
Garage,
like plus size guys are great, but like once you get to a certain point, like if I lost more weight and I was dating someone who was heavier, then it would probably not be as difficult.
Yeah. Could I have you tilt your microphone down just a tad? Perfect.
Like that?
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Have you run into logistical problems like that before?
I mean, not that I can think of. I mean, I have a pretty great sex life when I'm having one. I'm just currently not.
Is it theoretical logistical problems like you suspect, like speculative? You haven't tried it with like a really big guy, but you
just assume
anticipate.
Do
you anticipate that there would be?
I mean, basically, yeah.
Okay. So then, the guy you were in an 8-year relationship, was he more like a dad bod type guy?
I mean, there were points in our relationship where he was working out and he was in shape, and then points where he had more of a dad bod. Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
I don't really. I mean, I'm also like bisexual, like queer. So, for me, in the aspects of dating, the attraction's important, but I have many different types, and I'm not.
Gotcha.
I'm very non-judgmental and open-minded. So
would you have the same logistical issues if it was a girl?
I mean, probably not.
No.
Huh. Wait. So I guess to answer the original question though, would you date a plus size guy also, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would just cause in the categories, there's different categories for plus size people, and what I'm considered is a super fat, and so when I'm just a lot heavier. And
what are the just because I'm curious and I don't know, what are the different categories? Is it actually?
It's mid-size, and there's something in between super fat and mid-size, and I just can't remember what it is. And then above that is infinity fat, and
infinity
that's
fat.
within the fat acceptance spaces.
Wait, infinity.
Infinity fat, yeah.
Infinity fat. I've never. Has anybody else heard? I've never heard.
No, wait. That's a new term for me. You're not saying infinity. You're saying
infinity fat.
Infinity.
No, infinity fat.
Infinity.
Infinity.
Wait, what is infinity?
Someone who's above a 6X.
Wait,
infinity fat.
6X.
Like at that point, it's just stretch clothes.
So is that like an American 6X, or is that like a Japanese 6X?
There's categories.
Japanese 6X.
Dude, Japanese 6X.
There's fat.
Exactly. Fair enough. Yeah.
Fat, is that what they're called? Fat. I just googled it.
Yeah.
And I searched.
That's the terminology within fat acceptance movements. Yeah.
Damn.
I've recently been speaking out against my experiences in them. I was a part of body positivity spaces since 2013.
Yeah.
And I had a TikTok that I was a part of from another podcast interview I did that went really viral, and that experience was crazy. But that was that interview happened right before I did a collaboration with Obese to Beast, and right before I really I've been on this trajectory of a healing journey, mental health wise, and now I'm working a lot more on my physical health. I'm from my highest, I'm down I think 60 or 80 pounds.
Okay.
And actually I'm documenting all of this on my YouTube, but I just got approved for Mounjaro, and I'm starting that process, and I left the fat acceptance movements officially a couple months back because
you left the fat acceptance movement.
There's a lot of problematic aspects to it, but it did a lot of good for me in other parts of my life, and learning to love myself and accept myself, because
Yeah.
you have to be your own best friend, you know.
So you're trying to. Do you have a goal weight in mind, or?
Not really. My
Just
goal is
trying
to
to
go
get-
horseback riding and ride roller coasters. That's my goal.
Okay. What's the tip? Does anybody know the?
I think the typical.
horseback is that
I don't know horseback. I think it's like probably around 250.
250, I
I
think
think
so,
it's
yeah.
250. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I pulled it up here. The categories, not.
That's what they're called.
That's
Yeah,
what it's called.
it's not
Okay.
rude.
Yeah, just.
I mean,
maybe,
I prefer.
I don't want to get canceled by
I prefer the
YouTube.
term fat versus bullshit like chubby and fluffy and shit like that.
Oh, that's
you know?
kinda
I like
base.
being called chubby
You do?
respectfully.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
respectfully.
okay, all right.
But that's the thing is
Respectfully.
Per person, you know what I mean? So hey.
Per person.
I'm
Misty,
chubby like
per
Winnie the
person.
Pooh.
But also, look at me. I'm not chubby.
So, and I pulled.
You know what I mean?
I pulled up the for the fat spectrum. There's small fats, mid fats,
Yeah.
large fats, super fats, and infini fats.
Yes.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Is there incentives to stay in those categories?
Is it like
Maybe
weight?
if you're talking to a feeder.
What's a feeder?
Someone who will pay you to eat. They think it's hot and they try to get you to eat and they like give you money for it.
Yeah, I'm an XOF model.
Oh.
I left.
What does that mean?
I used to be on OnlyFans, and I was.
Oh,
I
XOF.
used to be in those spaces online.
Oh, I thought about
Farah collab in the works.
Yeah, let's do it.
She does. She does a,
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I think I've actually seen your TikToks. Like I said, you look familiar, and then when you said, I was like, oh yeah, I think I've seen you on my For You.
What
page.
was the TikTok that you said went viral for
on
you?
the We're All in the Same podcast?
Was it about the incel
Actually,
topic,
the
or
one
was
that
there
went
another?
viral was me talking about being groomed into feederism by my stalker.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Um,
But and the big misconception on the internet is that that's what I blame my weight gain on, which it wasn't. I joined when I was already where they pretty much want you to be.